and turn it into nervous excitement, which is that's what Macy tells me every time she does a cheer competition. I'm like, are you so scared? She's like, no, I'm nervous excited. I'm like, I love that. I'm going to totally use that. Okay, there we go. I think I got that set up now and we are recording. Sorry. I'm sorry, you guys. I can't believe I keep doing that. I need to delete the other Zoom number off of my thing because I think I did that last week too. I need to elevate this too. So what time is it at, Janice?
It's at 7:30 tonight.
7:30? Oh my gosh. Do you have any people who are like committed to coming yet?
We created a Facebook secret group, and there's been, I think, 2 people that said they're coming to the event because I created an event in it.
Awesome. And did you just do like a mass invite? When you
No,
create
not
a when you create an event like that, you can just do like a mass invite
Oh, really?
to all of, obviously you have friends on Facebook that aren't in Washington, but you should talk about that too. Talk about it on your public page too.
Okay.
Because it's just going to give everybody like that platform of this is what they do, you know? So I'm super excited for you. What video are you guys going to do?
I think we're going to do one of the PIO videos to start off with.
Oh, that will be good. Awesome. We will all be rooting you on come 7:30.
Thanks.
Do you, how's inviting going?
I'm getting my invites out, but nobody's really wanting to, or they have another coach, or they say they're not interested, they've got a gym or something like that. So
Right.
I just keep inviting.
That's good. So what I'm going to talk about today is like the follow-up and like a little few things about inviting. But first I'm going to go through and talk to everybody individually first. Do you have any questions or things that aren't working or things that are working that you want to share with us?
I did want to ask about the Fall Classic.
Yeah, so I had somebody ask me about that yesterday too. I have absolutely no idea. Let me look on FAQ right now because I was supposed to look that up yesterday. And this last 2 weeks has been like every single one of my clients that has extensions has needed me, and lovely Camille is the only one that came on the day that I actually work. So I've been a little MIA because, and also it's my anniversary today. So I took Friday off, and so I've been having to work a little bit more during the day so that I could take Friday off. But I have no babysitter for Isa Friday, so there's that. And we have a championship football game Saturday, so it's not like I can leave town. But if you feel like I haven't been there for you, I'm sorry. I've literally been a psychopath crazy lady. Okay, Coach Online Office. Let me see. Was that the only thing you were curious about, Janice?
Yeah.
Okay. FAQ. I'm assuming it's kind of similar to the thing that they did in September where you like get a team. I know it's 3 people, but I'm not sure what you do. Fall Classic. It says Success Club Promotion. Fall Classic is a promotion that encourages coaches to find accountability partners to team up and earn Success Club with the month of November. A team's success is dependent on all coaches achieving minimal goals while making teamwork the support key. Coaches will form teams of 3 with no coach having more than 1 diamond or above. Prizes are determined by whether a coach qualifies for Success Club and how many total classic points the team earns during the month of November. Registration started yesterday. It ends October 31st. Coaches can earn points in the following 3 ways. 1 Success Club point is 1 classic point. 2 personal sponsored coaches is 1 point. 1 digestive boost or focused energy boost on Home Direct is 1 classic point. 1 Power Green or focused energy bundle on Home Direct is 1 point. If you get all 3 boosts on Home Direct, you get 1 point for classic. 3 coaches on a team. Any active coach can join. There's no rank. You don't have to like be a specific rank. A diamond coach is not required. Anyone can be team captain. You can only have 1 team. Coaches get to pick their team, and there is a training guide located in the back office under Fall Classic, it says. Prizes. The prizes are a webcast with DeWitt Jones, who is a National Geographic photographer, and he spoke at Summit. Like literally, Jill and I were like bawling the whole time because he just talks about like appreciating all the beauty around us. And I mean, he really has nothing to do with like network marketing, but just the way that he looks at life and the way he teaches you to look at life and like to look at the beauty and talk about the beauty. Anyways, totally inspiring guy. So I would love to have a webcast with him. A set of hammer and chisel clothing, top and bottom. That's pretty cool. Workout swag. 1 jacket with Beachbody Coach logo. 1 Amazon Echo. Anybody know what that is? The top prize for the winning team is a trip to LA in January, including airfare, lodging, transportation, meals, and a workout with a Beachbody trainer. Those are some pretty cool prizes. I was thinking like, who has time for Fall Classic? I think we need to do it. That's awesome. The team that earned the most Success Club points will be the one that wins. Okay, so I'm going to put a link to this into the team page so that you can see where to register and whatnot. Because that's pretty awesome. What's that?
That's a good idea.
Okay.
And then, do we want to keep like all the coaches? I don't know. Brent and I both want to do it. Should we be a team and then get 1 more person on our team, or should we outsource and try and get 2 different teams?
That's a very good question. I think
Sorry, go ahead.
I think you could do either, whichever excites you more, I guess. Because it is good to like team up with other people to learn their ideas. And to kind of get a success, look at her ponytail, to kind of get a success partner. But I guess that's up to you.
Okay.
And like you can team up with other coaches outside of our coaching stuff too. Like if you've connected with somebody on Facebook and they're on a totally different team, like it doesn't have to be just within our team either.
Okay.
So it's cool
Do
to
the
sign.
Fall Classic?
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
okay.
it's kind of nice when you connect. So I've got a girl that is one of Scotty's coaches that I went to high school with, who I do not even remember, but her and I will sometimes message ideas back and forth on Messenger. Like, so Scotty doesn't give, you know how Brigida has given me to give all of you, like all of the posts for your challenge groups, all of the Coach Universities. Scotty doesn't do that. He just is like, here you go, run a challenge group. Peace out. And so she was like asking me, you know, how many times a day do you check into your challenge groups? Do you have scripts that you post? You know, so like when you connect with somebody like that, they have totally awesome ideas, but it also makes you like, oh, I'm so grateful for my upline. Because she definitely wasn't like, thanks for becoming a coach. See you later. Anyways, so I will ask Brigida to tell me a little bit more about this. And it's not letting me upload into our team page from my iPad right now, but I will get that after the call. Hopefully that answered the question for Tavy too, because she was asking me yesterday and I was a slacker and didn't get back to her. So thank you for bringing that up, Janice. Did you have any other questions?
Nope, I think that's all. We're doing the Coach Open House Monday, right?
Monday, yeah. So we all need to start advertising, and I will talk a little bit about that in a minute. I'm sorry that I didn't do it yesterday.
Oh, don't worry about it.
I know we talked about doing that on the schedule, and then I was like, oh my gosh, it's coming. And our school had our fall carnival last night, and we've been in championship football games, and so crazy town. Team page upload fall classic. So we need to start talking about that, and I will set up a page for that again, so that if you have, like, you can send an invite to your friends that you've talked to, and then they can click on it. Okay, let me ask Camille, how are you?
Hi, good.
Do you have any questions for me?
Yes, okay, so
Okay.
I have my own challenge group
Yes.
and I try to make it unique, but I've been wondering, like I got your pictures and a lot of your stuff for your challenge groups. You said that you have a lot of information on your upline. So on those days that I'm kind of clueless, although I had a really good post last night, somehow it was deleted.
Oh no.
I know. I've got to rethink it. But do you have things that you post, like daily posts? I mean, I know we put them all on Postcron and stuff, and I'm kind of new at that. Like, I haven't really used that yet. And last night I tried to, and it deleted my stuff. So, yeah. And then how do you, like my group, it's a small group, and still got to double check to see if her stuff was actually transferred in me as a coach. But how do you get them to participate, like your group, like we were all participating? And to me, that's how you're successful. And I don't know if I just need to write about that, but I did in the beginning, and I don't want to be a pusher. So, like they do comment once in a while, but like we were posting stuff
Daily.
and to me, that's a huge part of my success. And so, how do you get them? Because they're older moms like me. A lot of times, you just feel like, you don't need it. I don't know, and I think they're doing it on their own. But like I post stuff, I post recipes, I post. Sometimes I feel like I'm a one-woman show, but they do respond, just not daily logging in and posting also the way we were. So how do you get that going?
I think it just takes time. And there have been months that there has been silence. And I think it just takes a couple of really enthusiastic challengers that do post daily, you know, because we've got 35 people in each group. So in the Love Dare and the Fall into Fitness, but maybe 10 people post. And so you might feel like a one-woman show for a while, but just keep at it and they will get it. And they're getting inspiration from you, even if they're not participating. And I know it can be like so draining, but I promise you they're coming to that for inspiration. And it just takes, you know, and I think some people, just like you said, are busy and they don't really feel like they need it, but there will be a time that they will be like, I'm struggling and I'm not checking in as much. I maybe only have 4 customers who regularly every Monday send me their updates of their pictures, their weight, you know.
Oh, I never did that.
But it didn't ever, you know, some people need it and some people like it and some people don't. And I've never felt like I needed to be pushy towards them. But
Good. Okay.
yeah, no, because some people don't need that. And,
Okay.
you know, even if you say, like, what do you guys suggest I can do to help you more? Or are you needing me
Okay.
to push you? Or are you needing me to just be here for inspiration? You know, just ask them. Be like, do you
Okay.
need me to text you every Monday and say, send me your stats? Because that's going to keep you accountable. Because some people that might.
Okay.
But some people that might freak out.
Yeah.
And
yeah, that is true.
there are a lot of silent lookers in all of our challenge groups, and that's okay. It's totally okay.
Okay. I mean, I do it. To me, I was thinking, wow, this is going to be a great blog for myself. And like, I do it for me. It inspires me, the
Yeah.
stuff that I put in there. But I want to be able to help them too, because that is what helped me out.
But you are helping them, even if they're not commenting.
Yeah.
So
That is okay.
you're still being that light and that example of, look, I'm doing this every day. I'm a busy mom, and I'm still getting this done. So just don't get discouraged. And like, the only thing I absolutely post every day is the ones that I set up. Just like day 1, day 2, day 3. And honestly, I don't even know that very many people read them. The Love Dare challenge is really quiet. There isn't a lot of action in that one. And you do kind of get discouraged, like, should I even keep creating content? But I think it's important that you do. So just stick with it. Keep being
Okay.
that light. You're doing awesome. And if you need, we can go over, I can screen share on Zoom, or you can run over and we can set up your postcron. Like, I can show you how to do it again.
No, I know how to do it somehow. Like, Bruce just got my new big screen for my computer in the kitchen. It's
Mhm.
nice big.
Oh, how nice.
And so last night when I used a postcron, and I had the most awesome post, and it just wouldn't load. Like, something clicked and glitched, and I
Oh,
couldn't get
no.
it to go through.
I hate that.
I know, and no matter how much I tried, it shut almost the whole computer down. So I couldn't log into anything after that. But I'm still going to post today. I've already posted something, and like, I do post recipes every day, and they're looking so good, almost like Pinterest. So
Oh, good.
yeah, so I'm pretty proud of myself for that, and I do love how you post your workouts now, just little glimpses of them. I want to start doing that too.
Yeah, do that. And that's just a video app. Like, you can decide which clip and you can speed it up and add them together. It's called, like the one I posted on my Facebook page. Is that what you're talking about?
Where you were doing the squats off your couch.
Oh, yeah. VidMaster. And it's it kind of makes me want to say swear words. I think I might upgrade to like the $3 package or something. Because
Okay.
the free one, every 30 seconds, a Google advertisement pops up, and then you have to start over. But that's fun. And that's kind of what we're going to talk about today is, even though we're not like like just talking about our workouts, showing some of our favorite workouts, and really adding value into other people's lives and showing them like this is something you can do. This is not hard. You don't have to have a bunch of equipment. You don't have to have anything fancy. Like you can be barefoot in your living room doing this. So,
Yeah.
and it's fun. It is fun.
It is good. And then the times that I get a lot of feedback are the times that, like, I was going to post something to Facebook, like all of Facebook, but I didn't dare because it was so very personal. So I just posted it to my group, and it's hard to be completely, like you call, transparent.
Mm-hmm.
But that's what touches people's hearts.
It is. And that's good that you're starting with your group. You know, like I'm still scared to put my whole story out on Facebook, but I shared it with you guys. And you guys, like sharing it with you gives me the strength to share it with others. You know, baby steps. We're all taking baby steps.
Baby steps.
Selfies were hard for every single one of us to take. They get easier.
Yeah.
It's like, I don't care. Just snap it and post.
Walk away.
And walk away. Absolutely. Okay, do you have any other questions for me?
That was really it. So,
Okay.
yeah.
Just
Thank you.
keep doing what you're doing. Anybody else have any questions? I'm trying to see who else is on. Tavy, do you have any questions? No? Okay. Well, if you guys think of any, let me know. So what's been weighing heavy on my heart? And if you guys have any topics that you want me to cover on the Zoom call, throw them into the team page because it's hard to come up with like stuff that I think that you guys want to hear, and I don't want you to feel like I'm talking about the same stuff every week and that these aren't valuable. So if you guys have questions or you want a tutorial on how to do something, by all means tell me that's what you want for the Zoom call because that helps me out too. But when I was praying for direction on what exactly our team needs this week, I just really got the feeling that we needed to talk about leading with love. And I feel like it's so easy to get confused and to get lost and to get, frustrated by how much content do we need to put out and the inviting and what exactly are we supposed to post on Facebook. And I wanted to ask you guys to visualize something for a minute. So I want you to visualize that you just came across somebody's page who says that they have a bunch of picky eaters in their family. Their husband's a picky eater. Their kids are picky eaters. They're a busy mom. They like to cook, but they don't have a lot of time to cook. And she's sharing recipes and tips and helpful information about quick, healthy snacks that her kids like, and how she's preparing their lunch boxes, and how she's sneaking in vegetables to dinner for her family, and her husband doesn't even notice. And then she posts a picture of her in her messy house with her little kids under her feet while she's working out, and her little boy's over in the corner building blocks. And then she talks about going on a trip with her family, and she shows you a picture of her cooler and what she's packed, or maybe her grocery list. Is that somebody's page that you would follow?
Yeah.
Yeah, me too. I would be like, this chick is giving a lot of information.
It's real life.
It is real life. So now let's go to, you're scrolling and you come across a page that has a Beachbody advertisement on it. And then the next post is a picture of a Shakeology bag. And then the next post is an invite to a challenge group. And then the next post is I love the 21-day fix with a picture of Autumn. Are you going to even have interest or connect with that person's page? I probably wouldn't. And I know that, there are coaches out there that do that, and that's okay. And if it works for them, then that's great. But to me, that kind of feels salesy. Does that feel kind of salesy to you guys? It does to me too, like, ick. So I had an experience with a girl that I invited to a challenge group. She's one of Travis's friend's daughters, and she lives in Arizona. I don't know her all that well, but our families are kind of mutual friends. I'd invited her when I was a brand new coach, and she was like, oh, I'd love to, but it's too expensive for me right now. Well, she just became a unique, how do you pronounce that? Makeup person. And her Facebook page has turned into Yonique. There is no longer any pictures of her family, of her dog, of her. It is buy this mascara, buy this lipstick, and she sent me an invite. And she said, hey, I don't know if you saw the invite that I invited you on Facebook, but if you could go on Facebook right now in the next 5 minutes and click accept, then that would be awesome. And then an hour later, she wrote, I haven't seen your accept. Are you coming to my live sale tonight?
Wow.
And then 15 minutes later, she says, you can just do it on your phone in your jammies. You don't have to, buy anything. You don't have to. But I just know that you love makeup, and I just want you to be there. You guys, I got 15 messages from her yesterday. I wanted to be like, I don't connect with you. I don't want your mascara. I hope I've never made anybody else feel like this, because I officially feel like you are going to hate me if I don't buy your mascara. So I love that Beachbody teaches you to go about it in a way of sharing rather than selling. And I was listening to one of the coaches just on one of her YouTube pages, and she was saying that one of the things that's really helped her is remembering those fears that she had inside herself when she was looking in and possibly thinking of becoming a coach. And she was like, for number one, I'm scared of multi-level marketing. And so she's like, on my Facebook page, I just started addressing these fears and saying, I was scared of this. I was scared of this. I was scared of that. And never even inviting anybody to anything. Just saying, these were my fears. And when we share the connection of ourselves out there and share what we struggle with, what we are fearful of, what hurdles we've overcome, the things that we have learned. And you don't even have to say, like, I learned this from Beachbody, but just saying, like, I've been reading this book and this is what I've learned. People connect with that, and people start to learn and grow a love for you. So I had a really interesting, I had a guy message me on Facebook, and he is actually a network marketing coach. And he brought a few things to my attention that I really liked and I wanted to share with you guys. He said that when we're putting out this great content on our Facebook pages and we are pouring our hearts out to people, and they go to our page and the first thing they see is Team Beachbody Coach, it scares them. And I had never thought of that before, because Brigitte said, change your Facebook page to say you're a Beachbody coach. But after he said that, I went to Janelle Summers' Facebook page and Lindsay Matway's Facebook page, and they don't say Beachbody coach. They might say health and fitness coach. They might say, I think one of them says like mom from Mars, battling picky kids, and soccer games or something. You know what I mean? Like, she just was funny. And that really made me think. And he brought to my attention too that Beachbody is the catalyst that is going to get our name out there. But it's not who we are. Beachbody is not who we are. It is something that we are doing to help others, but it is not who we are. So if every single post we're putting out there, which I definitely think that we need to talk about the fact that we are a coach and maybe, make people wonder what it is that we're doing rather than they come to our page and they're like, they see the Team Beachbody logo and they see what Carl had wrote on his Facebook page, shared to your Facebook page. And that's great information, but if you could watch the video that Carl posted and say how you connected to it and then put it in your own words, it's going to be a lot more beneficial and it's going to get your voice out there a lot more. So when you think of being a coach, you need to think that you are your brand. You are not Beachbody, you are your own brand. So when we're branding ourselves, we need to decide, who is our audience? Is our audience 25 to 45-year-old single bar chicks? It's not really what I connect with, but our story can still inspire that person. So when we're posting, we need to always make sure that we are sharing our story and adding value. So the things that I am finding that are getting the most traction and the most likes are like the tips that I'm giving people on my Facebook page, because we are learning a ton of stuff. And obviously you don't want to give it all away because you want your challengers to, feel like they're getting the rewards of your work and that's kind of their secret thing. But putting, if you find a recipe or if you have a favorite, ab workout or a favorite grocery shopping tip, adding value to people's lives is what's going to make them trust you. And when they look at your page and they think, oh my gosh, I can totally picture myself doing that, that's when they're going to build a trust within you. So when we're thinking about our posts and when we're trying to market ourselves, so I want you guys to really think, yes, I'm a Beachbody coach, but that's not all I am. I am not just a Beachbody coach. I am passionate about these things and share those with people. If you are an amazing organizer, share organization tips. If you are amazing at, I know Susan, and I don't think she's on the call, but it seems that every time she posts her fridge with her food prep, it's amazing. Like all of her containers, all of everything's organized. And I think if we show people how to do that, even if you make a small video, this is how I am. Can you guys still hear me? Can you guys still hear me? It glitched for a second. Okay, good. This is how I meal prep. When we're giving these freemiums, as Chalene Johnson would call it, away, people are attracted and they want more. And so when you're thinking about your posts and when you're thinking about your challenge group invites, lead with you being your brand. So if I were to ask you, Camille, what is your brand? And you don't have to answer that right now, but when I ask you that, jot down some things that you want to share with the world. You want to get your name out there because this is important stuff that you have either overcome or dealt with or what's helped change your life, and you want to scream it from the rooftops.
What is so cool, what you just taught me, and it's something that I've known. I've taught Relief Society before, I've taught in women's, but it's true, anybody can read a manual, anybody can sell stuff, but it's when you make it yours. It's when you read that lesson, you see that quote or that thing that you want to share. It's when you actually put it into your own words. that's when the Spirit really kind of, it pours out through you and it touches other people's hearts. I mean, I think you just taught me something there that is really important. It just really gave me chills. So,
And that's, I often in this business look up to our prophets and our church leaders and think when they're sharing messages with us, they're not reading us a scripture.
it's their words.
It's their words and their experiences. And that's what keeps us holding on, is knowing that they've had these struggles and they've had these trials, and these are the steps that they've taken to overcome these things. And that's why we look up to them. And that's, one of the reasons. That's clearly not the only reason. But, we have such a love for these men that we don't even know. But it's because they are transparent and they are real. And they're telling us it is hard, but this is what got me through. And if we can take that example and share our heart and our message, just share it with the world, we're going to attract the people that need that. And in the downfall of that is going to be building a business. The domino effect, not the downfall, the domino effect of sharing your heart and leading with love and sharing your light is going to attract people to you, which is it's going to benefit you. But it really made me step back and think to myself, what do I want my brand to be? So let's say we spend all of our time building this business, and our catalyst, meaning like the car that's driving us to success, is Beachbody. They're the ones training us. They're the ones providing us with product. But let's say Beachbody crumbles and it's gone. Do we want to be the coach that disappears? Because I know I have a message to share, and Beachbody has reminded me that I have a message to share. They have reminded me who I am and what I stand for. But I don't stand for Beachbody, I stand for me. But that's just the car that drove me to that realization, and it's the car that's teaching me all the skills that I need to get my message out there. But
that is so cool. Sorry.
No, I had a really
chills.
emotional week last week and this week, and it really when I was a kid, I wanted to be a writer, and reminding myself that I have a message to share with the world is empowering and scary, but so exciting and gives you so much passion. And if the world can literally feel the passion that you have in your heart and the desire that you have in your heart, you will be successful. And I don't want you to feel like you're going to be a successful Beachbody coach. You are a leader, you are an inspirer, and you are somebody that looks up to you for light. And that is what we are. We are not a multi-level marketing trying to sell crap to people and get them to buy stuff from us. We are literally leading by our own story. And if you guys can all think to yourselves, what is the message you want to share with the world? Who do you want to touch? Who do you want to inspire? And where do you want this coaching thing to take you? Do you want it to just be something you are doing for a short period of time and, it fizzles out? For me, it took me a while to kind of learn that too. I've had the moments of this is really hard. I've connected with everybody who I already know. I'm never going to be able to connect with anybody again. But if you take the fear of that away and you decide that you have a message that you're just going to share, you're going to attract all sorts of people who need that energy. And we get these trials and these tests and these crappy, awful things that happen to us so that we can be that one person that inspires the next person to keep moving forward. And if we keep those stories bottled up inside of us, we're not even learning the entire lesson for ourselves, nor are we teaching others how to move forward. And I've just felt so strongly since conference. I know I keep referencing conference, but the feeling that you have hearing the stories and the messages from those speakers and from the prophets, if you could somehow voice those feelings from your heart to the world, how much the world needs that. The world is filled with multi-level marketing and coaches and trainers, and that's great. But not the whole world is going to connect with one person. The world has millions of people who are going to connect with each one of us because of our heart. Not because of our products, not because of our videos, not because of Shakeology, because of our heart. They're going to connect with us. So when you're talking, when you're sharing, make sure you are sharing and not selling. Make sure that you are adding value to people's lives, that you're giving those helpful hints and, and if people aren't ready right now, I can guarantee they're watching. So all of the people that you've heard no from, they are literally stalking your page. Like, you have no idea, but they are. And every time you give them that feeling of hope and encouragement and light, it's like they become addicted to it. And I'm not saying we want people to be addicted to us, but they need to be addicted to that light, to that good feeling, to that positive energy that we put out, that we carry, and that Beachbody teaches us to find within ourselves. Beachbody doesn't give us that light. They don't give us that information, but they are teaching us to look inside of our own hearts and express. That's why we do personal development, because you have so much to share. And another thing I wanted to go over was when you are inviting people and they say, now's not the time or whatever, I guarantee that person's still going to pop up in your head. And even if they've told you no, a couple weeks down the road, maybe send them a recipe. Maybe say, hey, I know your dad was in the hospital, a few months ago when we were talking. I just wanted to see, how's he doing? Because literally, we are in the business of relationships. We are not in the business of selling. We are not in the business of selling challenge packs, and we're not the coaches. Our team is not the coach that's like, buy my challenge pack. Come on, people, buy my challenge pack. That's not who we are. And that's not really the types of coaches that we're trying to recruit. We have heart and we want to help people. And so when you're connecting with people, whether you have a follow-up list written out by hand, whether you put them on the Notes app in your phone and just say, talked to them, can't afford it right now, dad in hospital, wants to lose weight, gain energy, think like, what can I give that person to let them know that I'm not just selling them something, but I truly care about them. So I had a conversation with a successful business owner who has had a personal trainer, kind of like your story, Camille, has had a personal trainer, has gone to the gym, has, everything, but she's just really struggling. And I talked to her for 25 minutes, and I never said, do you want to buy a challenge pack? Do you want to buy Shakeology? Like, I said, these are the proteins that work for me. This is what works for me. This is what I do when I go to the grocery store. I get 3 rotisserie chickens from Sam's Club every week. because I don't have time to cook chicken every night. And I know that's stupid, but that's what I live off of half the time throughout the week. And just sharing those things with her, no strings attached, will in the end give her trust. And if I can't, she's going to continue obviously probably asking for help, and that's going to benefit me down the road. But if somebody says, I don't want your challenge pack, maybe we can say, well, would it be helpful if I posted some more at-home workouts? Yes, that would be so helpful. And say, okay, I'm scared to do that, but because that's what you need, I'm going to do that for you. So look for all of my posts on Facebook. They're directed towards you. Hey, do you care if I tag you in a few of them? Because we have a lot of knowledge that we learn every week, every day, whether it's strength training, cardio, whether it's a HIIT workout that you just think is fun, that you do, that doesn't make any sense, like share it. We are in the sharing business, not the selling. So when we're doing our follow-ups, there is statistics that say 7 to 10 times of asking somebody before they are ready. And when we are sharing value with them, rather than inviting to a challenge group and never talking to them again, they're going to trust us, and you're going to stand out and make it as a coach rather than the person who is sharing websites from Team Beachbody, inviting you and never talking to you again, and just trying to sell. Nobody's going to really connect with that. So in our messaging, we need to be persistent, not as persistent as Yonique, crazy lady. She's not adding any value. Had she have said, I just found out a new way to apply eyeliner. And I found this eyeliner that doesn't smudge. And when I have that ball fest once a month, it doesn't drip down my face, and I don't have to touch it up every week. She would have caught my attention. I would have been like, really? Tell me more about this eyeliner. But the way she was like hounding of whether or not I was going to accept her invite on her Facebook group made me like, ugh, I don't want anything to do with that. So if we are, and even if you share with that person that you've messaged that says, I don't have the money, I struggle with meal prep, I struggle with, healthy meals, send them a video. Send them a list of what you do for meal prep. And they're going to really feel that you care about them. And when they are ready, they are going to be connected to your heart because you took interest in them. So the other thing that really, really, really hit home for me was to be more interested than interesting. When we are having our private message conversations, rather than spewing information at people, ask questions. Ask, what do you struggle with? What are your goals? How much time do you have? How many, is your husband going to be helpful or is he going to hinder? What activities do your kids play? Do you cook every day? Do you cook 3 meals a day? When you ask people these questions, they literally they beam because they feel like somebody cares about them. They feel like somebody really wants to know what they're struggling with and how you can exactly help them. People love to talk about themselves. They love when people ask questions about themselves. And even if you have this conversation with this person and it takes up a lot of time, I can guarantee you in the next 12 months that person is going to come back to you because you took the time to know what they wanted. You didn't just say, you want a challenge pack? You want a Beachbody program? Hey, have you heard of Beachbody? Join my challenge group. You really cared about them and their needs. So, a few overview. Let's figure out our individual brands and brand you. Brand your heart. Brand the person that you want to be if Beachbody fizzled away. Because I'm addicted to sharing my message now, and I'm addicted to helping people. And if all of a sudden tomorrow Carl Deichler said Beachbody is shutting their doors and we are no longer doing this, I would still want to be doing what I am doing right now. I have grown a love for this, for who it's making me become, for the confidence that it's giving me and the confidence that I'm helping other people give. I never want to stop doing this. So make sure you are branding yourself. If you guys feel inclined, maybe go to your Facebook page and think of something fun that you could put in your bio rather than Team Beachbody Coach. Because I do think that sometimes people get scared off from that. But if they've already connected to your heart and your story and they love the value that you add to their lives, and then they find out you're a Beachbody coach because they approach you and they ask you what you're doing, you're going to have more success, I feel. So it was kind of scary for me because I'm like, in my training, they told us that we should have on our Facebook page Beachbody Coach. But then when you look at the top coaches, they don't have that. It might say 15-star elite coach, but it doesn't say Team Beachbody. Brand yourself and have Beachbody be the car that drives you to your message to the world. It took me a few days of reading that and thinking to myself, what is my brand? So pray about it, think about it, write it down. Even if you do a spidergram, like where you put your name in the middle, so you put Camille, and then you spider out a bunch of legs about who is Camille. I had to do that, and I thought to myself, I don't want to be only a Beachbody coach. I want that to be the car that drives me to get my message out. But if Beachbody were to crumble out, I still want to be standing here. I don't want to crumble with it. Does that make sense?
Very much, yes.
So, you guys all have a lot of heart and you all have a lot of things that you are so good at. And Shalene, and I never really understood the freemium thing. Shalene is huge with her freemium. But even if you collect your recipes on a Google Doc or a spreadsheet or whatever, and you put your name at the top of it, and it's a 10-page recipe book that you can give to people who are interested in being a challenger, but they can't do it right now, like you could email that to them, they're going to really feel like you care. Or send them a workout, or, we have a lot to share. Let's share it with our heart. So I'm trying to think, and I want you guys to do the same thing, for our invites to our coaching webinar. Dig deep into your personal transformation, your transformation inside, and maybe talk about your transformation and say, are you interested in finding out what has helped me transform? Rather than, are you interested in becoming a Beachbody coach? And let's just kind of experiment and see if we get more traction and more connection with people than when we say, I'm doing a Beachbody coach sneak peek.
It's a good idea.
And if it totally fails, then we try something different next month. But I think that because becoming a coach didn't give me a beach body, but becoming a coach has changed my life. And so a lot of people aren't interested in having a beach body, but everybody's interested in changing their inner self. So let's try that out. Once I get it worded, I need to go in my closet and voice text what I need to say, because that's the only time I can think. I can't, my brain goes faster than my pen to paper. And I don't know if any of you are that way, but any of my deep posts, I cannot type them out. I have to voice them. So whatever works for you. We are doing a coach open house. It will be, and I need your guys' advice on this. Do you think it was beneficial to have the 6 days worth of posting of information, or is it best to just do a webinar? Is it best to have you come to the webinar with 10 questions and we will answer your 10 questions after there's a brief overview? I don't feel like there was any participation in the sneak peek posts. Do you guys?
I think your webinar, I think the longer amount that it is, if people are looking into it, it might kind of scare them because it's so long. But if it's just a quick thing for them to ask questions, that might be easier for people to say, oh, I can do that. I can listen to that for an hour or two. That's just my thoughts.
That's kind of how I felt too. And I kind of felt so I could see all the people that were dropping off. And as soon as I started going into, you can become a coach, you can become a customer, this is the history of Team Beachbody, and I just went off of what Brigitte said. Here's some slides that I have used, and then I just made up my own words or whatever, but I do feel like it was really knowledge-based and not heart-based. And so even if some of us got on and shared what it has done for us, and not even me talking the whole time, say I get on and I share what it's done for me. And you get on and you share what it's done for you. And Janice gets on and she shares her story. I kind of feel like we might have more leverage than just me saying, this is when it was founded, and this is who founded it, and this is how you can make money. And do you think we should try that this time?
Jessica, I like that, because all that is a bunch of success stories. Because when you go into any of these programs, how you start going into them is you look at the success stories. I look at the before and the after shots, but I read their stories and what it's done for them personally, because that's what keeps you going.
It is, absolutely.
It's what happens to your heart as you're on that journey. And so I love that idea. That makes it very personable. And so I love it.
Okay,
yeah.
Let's do that. Do you agree, Janice?
I agree, and I was also gonna say maybe instead of doing mainly just a webinar like you guys said, and then keep the group open for a day or two for open questions and kind of where we can go more in depth in the stories, and so they can get more, because I know for me still, I'm not really sure how the whole, I watch videos after videos and still don't understand everything about how to make money, but I'm more interested in how people are becoming better, like your story. That's what got me into it, was really your story, and then the fact that I can change and maybe make some money from it. But
and the most successful coaches are leading with heart. Just, like you said, I think it gets, and Camille, where you said that the success stories, so I think it might have been Scotty, but he says he always has 20 success stories in his back pocket, and at soccer games, and at the mall, and at the grocery store, and in the airport. He's trying to share those stories with people, because stories connect, products don't. So instead of like, you know, even if he's wearing the Team Beachbody logo or whatever, and he starts talking to another soccer mom, people can argue products, they can argue companies, but they cannot argue stories. And each one of us has like such an impacting, incredible, and if just for an hour or 45 minutes, our friends could feel what this feels like, because this is what it's about. It's not about, you know, our workouts obviously help us and our Shakeology helps us, but this community and this group of like-minded family, I guess you could say, is what's helping us become better. So I think that's a great idea. Just keep it and not even really have like a pinned post, but just maybe each one of us share something that next day, either from our personal development or just, you know, something that touched us from the webinar. And let's just not even do slides. Like, let's have it be just like an open storytelling. You think?
I love it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because literally, like, I shared my story and I had like 30 something, I could see like 30 something little phones. And then like as soon as I was like, and Carl Deichler founded it with blah, 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 blah. In 1988, it was like 4 people went off. And then I was like, and this is how you make money. And like 10 people went off. And at the end, it was you guys. So I was like, And my sister was actually on the webinar and she's like, I listened for about the first 10 minutes. And as soon as you started talking about all of the corporate Beachbody crap, I turned it off. I'm sorry. And I was just impressed that she even listened. But I think that I probably would have done the same thing. But the stories are what connects people to us. So this week, pray, write down your blobs of who you are, of what voice you want to be for the world, of what you want your message to be, of who you're talking to, and really ponder. Ponder what you, and I don't think that I personally can't write down what I'm going to say and then talk about it. I just have to lead with my heart. So do some praying, do some soul digging, and in the team page, I will put a post and say I am sharing my message or something on the comments so that I know who's going to share their message, and I will set up like a, you have 5 minutes, you have 5 minutes or 10 minutes or whatever, you know, so that it's not like, who wants to go next? You know,
You are grooming us to be leaders.
you guys are leaders the minute you became coaches.
I know, but to get us in front of people and to tell our story live, that's a really big deal. So this is good for us in a lot of different ways.
Yeah, I think it is good.
Ways.
And once you know, periscoping was really scary, but the more and more and more you do your YouTube videos and you do these Zoom calls and you lead them, it's like you start to figure out your story and your message. And you start remembering like what you're supposed to do in life. And it's really incredible. And watching you guys is literally like amazing, because I mean, even just being in sacrament meeting and watching Susan up leading the music with confidence and her glow and her smile, and I can see like negative self-thoughts and negative self-confidence like erasing from her face week by week is like so awesome. So fun. And seeing, like Janice, seeing that you've set up a fit club and that you haven't given up and that you are inspired because of who it's made you and how it's changed you and the little sneaks that you're giving on your Facebook page about that, like it fuels me. You guys fuel me. You guys are incredible.
So are you.
Oh, well, thank you. But I think you guys are, I think I'm the lucky one here. So I will put that on the team page and write that you want to share your story so that I know you want to have time for that call. And what should we call it? Like story time, inspiration hour. Like we need to think of a cute, catchy, not coach sneak peek. So if you think of something, please tell me because I don't know. I can't think of anything.
I saw really neat. It was really neat by Piano Guys. It was the story of our lives, but it was a little boy this morning. It was just really neat. So, yeah, you're trying to do story of our lives. So anything.
Well, that's even good.
I love that.
Yeah, and I think that people are going to be, and even if they don't join, but they're going to have an hour of feeling what we feel every day being coaches. I think that's going to give them a lot more footwork than slideshows and facts. So I'm super excited. Thank you guys for helping me think of that. Like, I hadn't even thought of that before I came to the call, and like just you guys inspired me to change that up. So thank you for all of your input.
I'm excited.
I'm excited too. So let's try to think of a name by the end of the day and start. And even if we put in the team page our post before we actually post it, so we all kind of can get like an idea of what we're going to say, rather than, I know that there was a couple coaches who last time messaged me right before I went on, and they're like, "Don't talk about money. Don't base the whole thing about money because people are going to be scared." And I don't want it to feel like that. I don't want it to feel like yucky, because Beachbody doesn't feel yucky.
Jessica, there's a song, and it's kind of an 80s or 90s song. This is the story of our lives. That was the video. So whatever comes about from that, because that's what we're going to be doing, is telling the story of our lives. So
and maybe
that's kind of my.
What was that, Janice?
Oh, I was going to say, I think some of the people that hopefully I can get them to come, they would probably jump on the bandwagon if they heard the stories and the success of everybody first, and then thought about it, and then asked for, hey, how much does it cost for me to get in, and how do I make it a money maker, instead of making that their first question.
Yeah, I think you guys are so right. I think this is going to be awesome. And if it blows up in our face, at least we tried. Like, who cares? I don't think it's going to. Because it's just... And I think that would be cool, even if we call it This is the Story of Our Lives. And while we're waiting for everybody to get on, if that song was playing while everybody's getting on.
That's a good song.
Okay, I'm Googling that song when we get off the call.
It's a neat song.
So this time I'm also going to put my invite to that on my like page, and I'm going to boost it for $10. Just that specific post. I'm only willing to spend $10, but let's see what it brings.
So you boost it. How do you do that?
So right now I have it boosting $5 a day just to put it in front of other people, and it's gaining me likes. So before I started, I had 197 likes. So 197 people had liked my page, and now it's up to like 300. I don't know that they're all genuine likes, that they're all, but I'm working on it.
How do you boost it though? Is it just, can you just log in and say boost and pay the money?
There will be a spot. Where is it? Let me see if I can pull it up.
Because this is something I would love to watch.
Yeah, I would come to this too. Let me see if it says exactly where and if I can pull it up on my phone. Okay, so here's my, can you even see that, or is it too much of a glare?
I can see it.
So you see where it says view promotion? Does it say that? View page promotion. Up at the top, so it says publish, photo, and more.
Oh, okay.
And if you just click on more, it says promote.
Oh, okay. Click on more. Okay.
And if you do it from your computer, it gives you a lot more options.
Okay.
There's up at the top, it says insights, and they will actually tell you all the different ways. So it says your page promotion has been viewed by 1,338 people, has received 88 new likes since it began October 10th. You have spent a total of $27.67. So then it tells me, and it will actually graph like which posts have been most successful. And all the posts that are most successful are the recipes.
I love recipes too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So obviously I'm still building the like page, and you don't have to feel like you have to pay to boost anything, but I just wanted you guys to know that I am going to boost my invite to this to see if I can broaden my horizon.
It's a good idea.
And let's just hope that there isn't a bunch of creepy creepers.
Yes.
So I appreciate you guys coming on and all of your amazing ideas and all the inspiration that you have brought. Like, I am literally, I have goosebumps. I'm so excited. And this thought was not even in my mind until you guys started talking about it. So thank you so much for your inspiration, for all of your knowledge, and just think this entire week about how you can lead with your heart and how you can share. Okay?
Good Zoom. Very good Zoom, Jessica.
So if we want, we can Zoom Monday before the call if anybody's scared. You guys just let me know what you want. And do you think that 9 p.m. is still best? I can't hear you, Janice. I could see you. There you
Okay,
go.
sorry. I was just thinking, that's right when we're getting Kaylee to sleep, but I can make it work. It might be a little easier, maybe a half hour later.
Like 9:30?
Yeah, but don't make it all around me. I'll make it work if it's still at 9.
Because that's 8 for you, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
So don't make it around me. I'll do my best to make it whenever. But
Okay. Okay. We might have to, because that would be 8 for everybody in Washington that you're trying to invite too.
well, most of my coaches are actually in Idaho,
Okay.
so
Okay.
they'll be your time. I'm just the oddball out.
No, that's okay. I want to squeeze your baby right now. She's so cute. Oh my gosh. Okay, so I will ask like Saturday how everybody's feeling, and if they want to do a little practice run in the morning or something just short, or if you want to just go for it. But if we do lead with this is the story of our lives and we have the music coming on, I will say like Camille's going first or Janice is going second, or I'll put that on the team page so that you kind of know. And even if we did yours that was like the third person in, That way you could get her all settled. And the last time when I did it at 9, I had a bunch of people that were like, that is so late. But then any earlier, they wouldn't want to do it either. So, but I will make sure it's recorded this time because I now know how to do that. Hooray for learning. So let's ponder the name, and I'm so excited. And good luck tonight. We will all be sending you positive vibes, 8:30 our time. We will be thinking, go Janice. You have got this. Don't be scared. Just go out there with your light and your smile and be fun and have fun.
Thanks.
Okay. Let us know how it goes too. We're all going to be dying to hear. So please post about it in the page.
Okay.
Okay.
Will do.
Thank you guys.
Thanks, Jessica.
We'll talk to you soon.
Bye, Dennis.
See
Bye.
ya.